Trump finally announced his VP pick, deciding to go with J.D. Vance, an Ohio senator who has flip-flopped positions on Trump specifically just to become more popular and become a senator pretty much. And hey, I mean, I guess it worked out for him because he went from House to Senate to now VP, but it's not working out so much for Trump as all these things are now getting made public and being unearthed about JD to the point that it's kind of hard to call him a good pick. I mean, he's hardly a unifying pick or someone to bring those in from the middle, but none of that even matters when it seems that your VP doesn't even like you to begin with. But before we get there, to speak to a few of the positions he holds to show why he's not going to bring in those from the middle, here he is literally saying we should devalue the dollar to make exports and imports easier for Republicans who love to cry about inflation devaluing our dollars, Americans who worry about it equally. You should probably be scared of the man who actually is imposing ideas to say that the dollar should be worth less. Directly on his website, he mentions how he wants to eliminate all abortions, not leave it to the state, not allow exceptions. He just wants it gone, full stop. In an old blog post that have also been unearthed, he mentions cutting Social Security and Medicare as they are the biggest roadblocks to our fiscal sanity. So if you're still questioning the kind of policies or politics that's going to come under Trump, it's shown pretty clearly here in his VP pick, but then there's also all the negative things that Vance has had to say about Trump, like in this NPR interview.
I'm going to vote third party because I can't stomach Trump. I think that he's noxious and is leading the white working class to a very dark place.
So he thinks he's obnoxious. I can't say he's even wrong there. And then there's also the infamous message Vance sent comparing Trump to Hitler. Hey, don't Republicans say that this rhetoric is to blame for Trump getting shot? So Trump's own VP is to blame for him getting shot? Or he's exonerated because he's a Republican. Republicans can't do no wrong, right? But it actually gets worse. Here is J.D. Vance on if whether or not Trump sexually assaulted Jessica Leeds.
But this woman is not a show-off. She's just telling what happened so we can know it.
Yeah, and it's sort of, it makes you think that at a fundamental level, this is sort of a he said, she said, right? And at the end of the day, do you believe Donald Trump, who always tells the truth? Just kidding. Or do you believe that woman on that tape?
No, denial is normal.
Jessica Leeds obviously did not bring a case herself, but did testify under oath to this happening. And J.D. Vance is now saying that you need to believe the woman on tape. It makes you wonder why he's working so hard to carry the water for Trump and discredit his other victims. It's almost like he's just trying to curry favor from the man in power. But here is more on what Vance truly thinks of Trump.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him. And I've noticed this willingness from people who think a lot like I do that, look, we told you so. To all these white working class voters, we told you so. We told you that Trump was going to be a terrible candidate. We told you that you were an idiot if you voted for him.
So clearly this is someone who doesn't like Trump, disagrees with him on policy, but like most of his party decided to get behind him and support him blindly when he realized it was obvious you couldn't hold power as a Republican anymore without joining the cult. And Trump picked him solely because he's a yes man, will do whatever Trump says, and also in an interview agreed that he would have gone along with Trump's plan to steal the election in 2020. That is the only check marks you have to cross off to be a Trump VP.